when you had all my information wrong, when you thought you knew where I was from and who I was dating and how much money I had and what car I drove and my age, and it was all off.
Okay, it's not my fault that no one actually cares enough to get that information right about you.
Jesus Christ, you're such a...
Why you gotta keep interviewing rappers and black comedians and stars, bro? Go interview Machine Gun Kelly and try to make him look stupid.
So people in the hip-hop community are upset with Bobby Althoff. They're saying she's being disrespectful towards the culture, essentially talking down on the guests that she's had, whether it be Drake or Lil Yachty. The hip-hop fans are upset because she's utilizing the culture to gain attention, while simultaneously talking down on the culture as if she's somehow superior to the culture, as if she's somehow above the culture. But if I'm gonna be completely honest, the culture right now is at a low state. I mean, it's probably at the lowest state it's ever been. And because it's at a low state, most of the rap fans and most of the rap artists feel like they're overlooked. So that's why we're easily willing to accept people from outside the culture. Even though we know their intentions may not be pure, we're just trying to hold on to any ounce of validation that's outside of ourselves because we are at a low state. I mean, the labels are even saying they don't want to sign rappers anymore. Blame Bobby as much as you want, but we also have to check the mirror from time to time. You couldn't do that to 50 or Hove back in the day. They had boundaries. The culture needs boundaries.
Nigga, what?
Critics dragged Bobby Althoff for looking down on black culture amid outrage over her unbothered demeanor around black celebrities.
So it's safe to say that America's pretty much done with Bobby. In her latest interview, Twitter has completely eviscerated her. And I got some of the tweets because it's going to make y'all laugh.
23.
Okay.
I think we went over this when we did my podcast. You're like, what?
When you had all my information wrong, when you thought you knew where I was from and who I was dating and how much money I had and what car I drove and my age, and it was all off.
Okay, it's not my fault that no one actually cares enough to get that information right about you.
Jesus Christ, you're such a...
I saw the comments. You read the comment.
Now, after the interview had dropped, someone had tweeted this and said, the interview with Bobby, I think her last name is pronounced Althoff, has gotten increasingly worse and worse. What the F? Somebody tweeted this and said, find her tweet and wrap this shit up, fam.
Podcaster Bobby Althoff has proven to be a polarizing figure in social media. I believe that her personality is dead, but it connects to a lot of lost souls that are on the internet. So I don't think she's a polarizing figure. I just think she's a personality trait that more people can relate to. The Reality Good podcast has already snagged awkward six-down with the likes of Drake, Shaquille O'Neal, Offset, Tyga, Lil Yachty, and comedian Funny Marco, and others.
So how did you get these humongous people so quickly?
Luck, I would say mostly, but also just like putting myself out there. Like, I'm not afraid to do things that embarrass myself and like shoot my shot. And I kept shooting my shot. I used to pay my guests to come on my podcast. I used to like see your clips of your podcast and be like, I wish I could have a podcast that big. And I like, without even having a podcast, I thought that. I was like, that'd be so cool. And then I was like, I'm going to start a podcast because I heard you could make a lot of money from having a podcast. And I was like, that'd be fun.
The show has 10 episodes and consists of social media influencers asking the questions that no one wants to know the answer. Right, the stuff that she says, people really don't care about that. Like, where's she at? They ain't got no picture of her? This right here. The stuff that she says, people don't really care. It's like her humor is so dry.
Act like Funny Marco, low-key.
You're right. That is her niche. Offset flipped the niche on her. And I have personally never seen her, like, y'all go look at this thing. I've never seen her this uncomfortable.
Did you put boots with shorts on like a day where it's 100 degrees outside and then a giant jacket?
See, the jacket is thin. It's thin cut leather. So why did I do that? Because you're not going to do it. No, like, why would you go 2000s tank with the open button?
Why you gotta keep interviewing rappers and black comedians and stars, bro? Go interview Machine Gun Kelly and try to make him look stupid.
That it doesn't make any sense. Everyone's gonna treat her like she's some type of cool girl just to try to get views, all right? That's why you got Shakana done took her to the club and that's going viral. She posted, spent the day in Atlanta with the sweetest Shakana. So this girl with the doll personality, they done took her to Atlanta and put her in the strip club with Shakana. Now she's sitting in there with the same look that she has on the interview. So one thing that we can say is she's keeping the same energy no matter what. Like, she's maintaining her energy. You see that. So black culture is getting mad that she's coming around you guys, but when she come around you guys, look at the smile she has on her face in this photo. Look at the smile that she has on her face. She's like, oh my God. They're like, hey, this little popular, boring girl, let's bring her up on stage. She's cool, man. That girl sitting there looking like, man, why my management got me up in here? Like, this ain't me. But they said, I got to do this because this is the fastest way for me to get 1 million subscribers. This is the fastest way for me to maintain my views. She's learning from Pearl. Hold on. Don't forget about Pearl. Everybody learning from Pearl. Pearl is the reason why this girl is in there with Shakana, right? And she's going to get the same treat. That's where they put you around them. You guys take her to the top. And then the moment she gets to the top, you turn around and tear her down whenever she shows you, I'm really not with you. I'm really not your friend. I just use you to get to the top. Now we're reading an article where they want to cancel her. What else? Oh, here go the one where she was in there. The biggest issue with Bobby is not her dry humor. It's her insistence on making a career out of being in spaces she thinks she's too good for. Oh man, boy.
Nigga, what?
Are they making some sense on that? He says the biggest issue with Bobby is not her dry humor. It's her insistence on making a career out of being in spaces she thinks she's too good for. I have to agree. But she also has a management company that's telling her, listen, you got to go around this crowd because they accept anybody. So what we do is we're going to put you with them. And she's like, why are you putting me around these mentally deranged people? And they're like, watch how much money we make. Watch. They're going to love you. It's going to be fascinating. You don't even have a personality and they're going to give you one. You're not even popular and they're going to praise you. That's why she's in those spaces. Rodney Scott comes in. He says, Willard Card Smith. We'll look that up next and see what he's talking about with that. Break that down. Why I need to be looking that up, brother. He says, someone else pleaded, please counsel her already. I'm tired. Her latest guest, Migos rapper Offset, turned the tables on her when he roasted her for her lack of style at mid and awkward lines of questions about his career and financial earnings. And if you have not went and watched that video, I did react to that video. That video did some pretty good numbers. So yeah, Offset did put it back in her place. Quote, if you don't know who rappers are, why don't you go interview your own people? Profiting off a culture you don't even respect, wrote one critic. What one critic responds in a clip from the interview, Bobby has yet to tease her next guest, but a new episode is expected to be released on October 5th. All right, now we have an investigation, the rise of an industry plant. In my opinion, yes, she is an industry plant. And the reason why she's an industry plant is because she doesn't have talent. She has extremely dry humor. But the genius behind her, the real genius, is the simple fact that the people that are putting the money behind her understand their audience. And they understand their audience completely. You got to realize she's still getting millions of views. Regardless if you like her or not, she's going to build an image around hating. So she's going to be the interviewer that you love to hate. The interviewer you don't want to watch, but you continue to watch. That's what she's doing. She's making herself a character. She's making herself a villain. So they're going to continue to put her around the hip hop artists. The more of a villain that she becomes, the more of a storyline she creates, the more people will continue to watch her. You're watching industry plants at its best. That's just like Kanye West said yesterday that Cardi B was an industry plant to take out Nicki Minaj. This woman's an industry plant because she's taken over the internet brain people. Her draw, dead demeanor relates to the internet world. If you want views on the internet, you have to have relatability. We may say she has dry humor and she has spaces that she don't agree with, but her management company knows, yeah, but online, the people that are home by themselves, they relate to you because their personalities are the same. They actually think that your sarcasm is you taking control over your life. When you're sarcastic with people and they play into it, now that you relate to your internet audience who don't have control over their life, and them being sarcastic with people to make them aggravated makes them feel in charge. See, it isn't necessarily her. It's the management group behind the scenes understanding the audience that they're targeting and how they're using another audience to grow on that, because those doll personalities are going to watch the Sakanas. They're going to watch those type of girls. She knows what the management knows what they're doing. Rodney Scott says, AKA Will Smith, why can't he get away from Jada? They've been together too long, bro. Will and Jada been together too long. You might as well kiss that goodbye. These dudes are rich. When you're that rich, you don't care. When you're Will Smith, you don't care. Will Smith can have a girl come in and out of his room every day, giving him head, leaving, giving him head, leaving, giving him head, leaving. That's Will Smith. I'm pretty sure 20 girls can stand in line and bend over and Will Smith there. He can arrange to have a woman be the woman that he wants. Jada just gives him a new feeling. These people have been rich for a very, very, very long time and they're numb to it. At this point, there's no point in him getting away from him. He's became desensitized to it, bro. That's why they're together. All right, let's get back on. And that's the end of the story with her. What other stories are out there? We got this Bobby situation. We just did that one. Let's find another one. Chipotle robots may soon construct your salad bowls. You damn right. I want my Chipotle to be good. I get sick of going in there sometimes, and Chipotle's starting to get ghetto, man. Like, let's do that. The McDonald's up here by my house, they already got machines in there. Like, they ain't even got that many employees for real. They got a machine doing the work. Thank you for watching Anthony Spade Reactions. If you want more reaction videos, make sure you click on the links below in the description and watch my other videos. But also check me out on my second channel, Life with Anthony Spade, so you can watch more daily vlogs of my personal life. Hasta la vista.